Paul Lloyd Davies for PLD Academy, and today I'm with my, I think the best way to describe Braulio is one of the real pioneers of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in this country, because when I first met Braulio, he was a young man of 21. He'd come over to Britain. He was flying the flag for Gracie Barra, Jiu Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and I invited him down after he'd been to one of our tournaments. Now he came along, and back in the day we tended to dominate all the tournaments, and in fairness I must mention a chap over in New Zealand, a chap called Chris Easley, who had tapped out most of the Brazilian black belts who'd come to Brazil at the time. And then of course you have marvellous people like John Danaher, who certainly he couldn't tap out, and Chris is always very keen to say how good John Danaher was, and other people like Pedro Fernandez and whatever. And this young man came on the tour and he won it. And we then booked you for a seminar, didn't we?
Yes, right?
That's right, yes. I had a chance to roll with this young man, and in fact, I have to be cheeky here and say you were very kind to pay me a compliment. You said I was the old guy that gave you a hard time, which was nice back in the day.
I remember it was a hard time. I remember we started standing, didn't we?
You did, yes. Braulio's groundwork, though, was always something unique, and it struck me that this was the way to go, because he'd taken it to a completely different level. And I think the one thing that comes across when you look at his competitive career, you did things in competition that most people only did in training, and you made them work.
Yeah, I think that was one of my trademarks, to be good, to go outside and just like a free sort of while fight, you know. And then yeah, I think it was a good reference at the time to make people believe that, you know, you can just be yourself and then do what you do in the academies, you know. But at the time there's a lot of myth that when you go to the competition I have to be training or competing differently than what I do in the academy, because it is a competition. I always tend to tell people, like, whatever you do in the academy, you know, you should be able to do in the competition, because that tournament is nothing more, nothing less than a tough training in the academy.
Well, I think that's something that's really interesting, because I've always thought the same. And you see, the marvellous thing was that having met Braulio, he, in some respects, acted as a mentor. And Braulio was the professor who awarded me my black belt, and I had the great pleasure of representing Braulio successfully in a number of tournaments. And we were just discussing, actually, before we started filming, about getting older and training, because Braulio, when I met him, was 20. Well, how old are you now, Braulio?
I'm 38 now. It's been a while.
38. He's catching up. I'm many years older than that.
But
so
every time I get close to you, you go get even further or away from me.
Well, this
he doesn't look like that. Look at this guy. He's like younger than the first time I met him.
Well, that's very kind of him. But the marvellous thing about the way that Braulio structures his jiu-jitsu is that he does encourage people to think outside the box and to develop their personality. In fact, I think one of the trademarks of the way you teach is that there's a lovely combination between an awareness of the history and how things should be, and maintaining that lineage of the Gracie Barra, which we were discussing earlier, but also an awareness of the history of jiu-jitsu and the way in which you can grow as an individual within the sport. Now, you have a big children's section as well, don't you, Braulio?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of kids training here. The Gracie Barra has a big kids program, which is a good to see how is the interest of nowadays. So many people bring their kids, you know, to train jiu-jitsu, and this is beautiful, because it shows that our future in the jiu-jitsu in the UK is really bright, because there's so many talented kids, and for sure those kids will carry on the same kind of level. We have already so many Pan-American champions and world champions in the juveniles and the kids section, and they are completely different level than when I started jiu-jitsu, you know. And then now this is just gonna be a snowball of goodness, just getting better and better and better. And then we, for sure, in 10 years from now, we're gonna have British champions on the black belt in many different categories.
Marvellous. Now, we mustn't forget to mention, when I decided that I wanted to compete in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because obviously I'm competing in most other things to do with martial arts, I mentioned this to Braulio, and he encouraged me to do so, and arranged for me to be a guest at his brother's academy. I think we should just briefly mention, shouldn't we, Victor, your brother, who was very kind. He allowed me to come and train and get some very, good training sessions down there. Now, he's recently opened an academy, hasn't he?
Yes, he opened a second academy in Nottingham. You know, it's in Arnold. It's a beautiful two floors academy. Have jiu-jitsu for all kind of levels, from beginners to advanced, and competition classes from kids 5 years old to
And that's
kids 65 years old.
And that's in the big one, the one you're referring to, is in the city centre, isn't it?
Yes.
And then there's another one, isn't there? A small one in Arnold, which is just outside. That's the one, the cabin. Do you remember? I think you trained.
Yes, because they have two. I know one is this one floor, and there's the new
That's
one
the
that
cabin.
he's doing.
That's the cabin. Yes.
And there's one now that's a two-story mats. So this is beautiful. It's like a state-of-the-art academy. Completely brand new. Everything is brand new.
Marvelous.
Amazing structures, and it's
Well,
amazing.
a shout out to Victor then while we're here. So thank you very much for the hospitality, and enjoyed training at your other academy. I hope to nip down and visit your new one. So before we end, I just wanted to check with what your plans are competitive-wise, because clearly you've won, I think, is it 4 World Championships?
Yes,
four gold medals.
IBJJF, yes.
Yes.
And also 3 world titles in the Nogi, in the ADCC. Yeah, I mean, competition has been always a very big part of my career. It's my lifestyle. I've always been competitive since when I was a kid. And like yourself, you're still competing on a couple of world championships as well in Vegas on a category. And then, I think it's about as much as you just was talking about before. You feel like you already won twice, waiting absolutely there, and then is it that drive is what's going to happen, like you're going to maximum that's going to happen, you're going to do the same.
Yes.
And then I have been competing all my life up until I was 38, and I've been dedicating myself on training, on put my body through hardship, to go through it, to be able to create this athleticism.
There's a lot more work behind the scenes than people think, isn't there? Even at the Masters, the more mature athletes, you still have to sacrifice to compete, to make weight, do various things, and that's something that often people don't realise, and that's even more so, isn't it, when you're in the adult divisions as you were?
Yes, and then it's just so much. I mean, I think the secret to life is to find a balance on everything you do, and I think I've done a lot already. And I have so many other things that I want to also do. And then if you want to be competing professionally, you need to be still focused 100%, because you're going to be training people that are all they think about is to be a champion.
Yes.
Now my mind is different. I don't think only being a champion. I'm thinking about being a good father, a good husband, a good businessman, and to provide for my family, and to make people and help people to succeed in what their dreams are.
That's the key thing, isn't it? Because Jiu-Jitsu, in my opinion, isn't just, and I know you're a very strong advocate of this, it's Jiu-Jitsu for life is not just a phrase, it's about learning something which you can then take that positive mental attitude and apply it to many other areas. And it's ironic, because back in the day when the WCJO was the Jiu-Jitsu, as we were discussing earlier, competed in sort of adult divisions and won gold medals, and then I retired, and then of course having met Braulio and rekindled an interest in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a bigger emphasis on the groundwork, isn't there? And so with him acting as a marvellous mentor and assisting me being able to progress and get my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Braulio and then compete. But likewise now I'm coming to the stage, I think, where I want to do as you're just describing, use what you've learned into the family lifestyle and helping others. I think it's a natural progression, isn't it? That happens to all of us.
It is, especially because Jiu-Jitsu for me, it changed my lifestyle. It made my change for the better, and it gives me a purpose. It gave me a good, well-being in the lifestyle, and I wanted people to pass it on to these people so they can have similar kind of journey too, because it helped me, it changed me for the better. And then if I can make somehow those improvements on their lives outside the mats as well, this is becoming a nice goal and a nice way.
It's a real mission for life, isn't it? Yes.
Because you're spreading positivity, you're bringing people to better themselves, be a better version of themselves every day. And if if I can bring and can be part of it, everyone, wherever I am, for example, here in Birmingham, I want to make that community in Birmingham to make a difference on the community. This is part of the of my life goals from now. Like I go on all the academies when I teach, when I talk to the instructors. It's always with the idea of planting seeds on different areas so they can actually extend what I'm doing in different areas. And then this, because our master always said that he believes that if everyone in the world did Jiu Jitsu, the world would be a much better place to live. And I truly believe that. So I try to do as much as possible that bring my life goes towards that direction.
And that's marvellous. And I must just say to round up that I'm currently working on numerous projects with different athletes, and this positive approach is one of the underlying things of almost 20 years research. I was discussing with Braulio earlier. I've developed a thing called ACMNT, which has two types. One is a warm-up and pre-season program, and another one is a more advanced system that you use for winning under pressure and more for the elite athlete. But a great big part of that is this focusing of mind and focusing in a positive way. And I think the key takeaway message that you put into all your training, and I like to with my clients and the people I work with, is that a positive mindset is far more likely to produce a positive outcome. But if you're ever in Birmingham, you must come and look up Braulio Estima.
Crazy part of Birmingham, you guys are more than welcome anytime.
I may say, as someone who's only done 40 odd years of Jiu-Jitsu, it doesn't get necessarily any easier, but I've got to say one of the finest places to train, and certainly one of the finest instructors you'll ever meet, is the gentleman I'm proud to say awarded me my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I have others in other forms of Jiu-Jitsu, and someone who I remember as a young man, and I'm very proud to call a good friend.
That's cool.
So God bless, and nice to see you in your home base. God bless. For the moment, from Paul Lloyd Davies and Braulio Estima, good day.